for the Diversified League of Martial Artists. We're going to go from hand versus knife. And hand versus knife, it's not going to be this. We're not going off of 1, 2s. We're going off of prison stab. You know what I mean? So basically, I pulled it from my pocket, my back pocket. I had it behind me. Maybe it's in a sheath behind me. I mean, I got a friend that does that too. So, and what it does is we're going to do this, and how it works is it's just a shanking. Okay? Because they're trying to just stab you, penetrate you, and that's it. And what we're going to do is it's going to be, I know some people, I'm going to get hit for this, but I have a lot of people going, you can't do that, you can't do that. I'm going to do two things. We're going to do a two-handed shot, and then we're going to do a one-handed one. The reason why I say one-handed is you'll see. But just two-handed sometimes isn't always practical. But anyway,
I saw a light.
Let's go ahead. Huh?
I saw a light in the door.
Cool, maybe someone's coming in. Someone comes in, they stab. I'm going to step off to the side here, and then immediately as I do this, I'm going right for the eyes. I'm not waiting, I'm just bang, same time. Okay? But what I did was I cleared my way, I hollowed out, but I stepped towards them because it does take a little bit of weight, because now they have to back up if they want to get anything going. But right now they've just ran into my eye, their eyes just ran into my fingers, and guess what? Boom, here, I'm going to wrap. Now, as soon as I go here, I wrap. Even if I don't wrap it, I'm pushing. I'm going to be pushing that arm. I'll wrap it here, boom. I'm going to grab the face, throat, whatever I can get my hands on, and I'm going to be putting my fingers in the eyes, grabbing the throat, just suffocating him all over. Pull this arm here, pull his head the opposite way, boom, and I'm going to have that kind of contortion. And the other one, for two-handed, he comes in with that stab. I'm going to come at the retraction point. Now, either way, so that way, if he does pull back, I got this here. And then I'll step in again. And then I'm going to turn the knife. The problem is with this is now I'm, boom, here. I'm now committing, a crime. But people say, well, that's self-defense. The thing is when I do this, as soon as I go, I've actually stepped over. Depending on where you're at. Depends on where you live. Does it mean he'll probably stop? Not necessarily. People get stabbed several times before they realize they've even been stabbed. So the reality of it is, even that works for them just as well as it works for us. So even if I'm stabbing him, all he knows is I am getting stabbed, because he automatically knows that's my knife hand. What do you think he's going to do? Think he's just going to stand there? They believe that if I do this, he's just going to stand there. No, as soon as I grab it, I do this, he's going to move, and he's going to be grabbing at me, and we're going to be wrestling now. That's why I prefer, he comes at me with a stab, I come here, boom, bam, I'm already in his face. I'm already pulling this arm here, and I'm taking him down, boom. Why? Because now I've already got injury. I've got an injury, I've got takedown, oh, and I've got a disarm. Look at that. That's just typical for what I believe that you need to do. Because if you don't do it a certain way, and there's a lot of ways to do the takedown. That's not the only way, okay? But that is one of the quick ways. So, going off of no instruction, he's just going to go. Even though he had that knife still, I could have held his arm, but instead I decided he's on the floor, I ran away. I ran away. He's going to try to now figure out where he's at. The fact that it was probably concrete, deal with the concussion, and the fact that he just his eyes have been damaged. Now he's got to see his way blindly holding the knife. Yeah, that's not even right in any country, really. So, especially In any state, if you're standing there holding a knife, that's typically, that's probably going to call the cops on me. That's a cop thing. But nonetheless, I actually got out. I'm awake. I'm done. And you know what? He didn't have to fight with me. Now we're going to do the two-handed one too. And he's going to fight with me. And I don't know. I've struggled with this two-handed one for a long time. I've seen a lot of reality-based guys going two hands on stuff. And I know how to do it properly. And it's just a matter of, I don't understand it. But we're going to go with it. And we're going to see how much more fighting I have to deal with compared to what I didn't have to deal with. So he's going to stab again. I still had to go one hand. Before I got that disarm, before I had that disarm, I was it definitely wasn't like the other one. The other one, I had him over, I had him on the floor. This time I'm struggling. I had to free. I had to basically have him tied up and strip that knife before I knew I was in a safe area. Because as soon as I grabbed this, he grabbed. And you know what? That's what they're going to do. Okay? I mean, even if I want to go like S.C.A.R.S techniques, what they do is different. They go this way, or they just go like this. Boom. They swing that arm out. And it's just a smack all the way through. It's a, they call it the windshield wiper, or windmill. And they do it with the front hand. So even if they come here, he comes here, boom. I've got this all set up, boom. But look, he's still got this. But it doesn't matter, I can stop it right here. I still got a choke, eyes, bah. Think about it that way. Think about what works for you. But for me, the one-handed slap, getting myself out of the way, tucking it in, moving that body out of the way, whatever way you do it. Whether it's the windmill, whether it's slapping, pushing, it's making sure I'm away from him and I was on his dead side. His other hand had nothing to do with it. He could have switched his hands if he wanted to, but it would have been the point. So he could turn all, exposes back to me completely. Fantastic. We're trained people. We need to know that that's how we can take care of it. But that's all I'm going to do for the front attack on a knife for the stabbing motion.